What if, by 2040, Paris becomes so perfectly curated that even romance feels scheduled? Imagine the Seine at dusk, streetlights turning on in a soft cascade, cafes glowing like lanterns, and your phone whispering the ideal route, because it knows your mood, your past dates, your preferences, even what kind of music makes you say yes. In this Paris, AI doesn't only recommend restaurants. It recommends people. It predicts chemistry. It designs experiences like a film director, smoothing away awkwardness and surprise. And at first, it feels magical. But then you realize, mystery is a kind of freedom. So what happens when the city can optimize love the way it optimizes traffic? Paris today is a city that performs beauty without trying. Stone buildings that hold centuries. Side streets that smell like bread and perfume. Museums, runways, cafes, and late-night conversations that spill into the street. It's a city built on taste, what you wear, what you eat, how you move through space. But Paris is also a city under pressure. Tourism surges, housing costs climb, heat waves hit harder, and daily life can feel crowded and slow. That tension creates the opening for AI, not as a loud revolution, but as an invisible curator, reducing friction, shaping flows, protecting heritage, and turning the entire city into a personalized experience. The danger is that personalization can start to replace authenticity. By 2040, Paris becomes the world capital of algorithmic taste. AI curates your culture the way stylists curate wardrobes. Museums project adaptive exhibitions that change based on who's in the room, lighting, audio, even the order of paintings shifting to hold attention. Fashion houses design collections with models trained on decades of silhouettes, fabric physics, and street trends, generating thousands of variations before a human touches a needle. Music and film become hyper-personal. The city offers concerts made for you, and stories that adapt to your emotional reactions. Even dating becomes aesthetic, profiles, match suggestions, and first date routes optimized to maximize chemistry. Paris remains gorgeous. But the question becomes haunting: if a machine can generate perfect taste, what happens to the messy human moments that once made Paris feel alive? Transport in Paris 2040 is designed to feel effortless, like the city is gliding. Autonomous electric shuttles move through low-traffic zones with near-silent motors, while smart boulevards prioritize pedestrians and bikes, reshaping the rhythm of the streets. The metro becomes smoother and cleaner, with AI routing crowds away from bottlenecks and timing trains to reduce platform chaos. Along the Seine, electric river shuttles become a romantic commute, quiet boats that pass under bridges like moving postcards. The city sells this as elegance and sustainability. But there's a subtle trade: when the system knows where crowds will form, it can also decide where crowds shouldn't form. Movement becomes curated, beautiful, efficient, and quietly controlled. Smart living in Paris 2040 feels like living inside a boutique. Stores recognize returning customers and adjust displays, lighting, scent, music, based on your profile. Restaurant menus shift in real time depending on your dietary goals and what the kitchen predicts will sell best tonight. In apartments, AI learns your rituals: the hour you open a window, the playlist you like while cooking, the temperature that makes you sleep well. Mirrors suggest outfits based on weather, calendar, and social context, turning daily life into a kind of continuous styling session. It's seductive because it's subtle. Paris doesn't become a city of gadgets. It becomes a city of suggestions. And the more the city suggests, the more you have to ask: are these my choices, or the city's? Paris's creative economy doesn't collapse, it transforms into a strange partnership with machines. By 2040, designers use AI to generate endless silhouettes, but humans still decide what feels Paris. Chefs use models to invent flavors and predict demand, but the final dish still needs a hand, a palate, a story. Galleries sell AI-assisted art, while collectors pay extra for proof of human touch, brushstrokes, imperfections, time. At the same time, mass creative work becomes automated: generic ads, background music, tourist posters, quick sketches. The city begins to split creativity into two layers: machine-made culture for everyone, and human-made culture as luxury. And in a city famous for artistry, that might be the most painful inequality of all. If everything becomes perfect, the city starts losing its most valuable ingredient, mystery. Paris used to be about getting lost, turning down the wrong street and finding the right cafe, meeting someone by accident, having a night that wasn't planned. But by 2040, AI reduces randomness. It optimizes routes, predicts your tastes, suggests the best option, then quietly makes every alternative feel less convenient. Romance becomes an itinerary. Culture becomes a feed. Even rebellion becomes predictable, because the city can model where crowds will gather and diffuse them softly. The future version of Paris might be stunning, but sterile. And the question is brutal: if a city can curate your life like a masterpiece, what happens to the wild brushstrokes that made it yours? Surveillance in Paris 2040 is most intense where the city is most valuable: luxury districts, iconic landmarks, and high tourism corridors. AI systems track pickpocket patterns, crowd pressure, and anomalous behavior to keep the postcard version of Paris safe and smooth. Entry to certain events becomes face-based. Some streets get invisible geofences during high-profile weeks, fashion shows, summits, protests. The city insists it's protecting heritage and public order. But the line between protection and curation blurs quickly. If the system can filter risk, it can also filter people. And once a city starts deciding who fits the aesthetic, it risks turning living culture into a controlled museum. In 2040, the new luxury isn't a handbag or a penthouse. It's authenticity. People who can pay choose human-only restaurants where menus aren't optimized. They buy analog experiences, cash payments, no tracking, no personalization. Meanwhile, everyone else lives inside the curated layer: discounts that require data sharing, entertainment that adapts to keep attention, dating that rewards conformity to the algorithm's idea of compatibility. The city begins to price spontaneity like a scarce resource. And the most Parisian irony is this: the more machines perfect the city's style, the more genuine human imperfection becomes a status symbol. In the future, being unpredictable might be the richest thing you can be. A day in Paris 2040 begins like a love letter written by an algorithm. Your window shades lift to the exact shade of morning light the system knows you prefer. Your route to work takes you past a bakery at the moment the croissants come out, because your calendar and the bakery's ovens are synchronized. At lunch, your friends suggest a new place, but your assistant quietly recommends another: better ambience, lower wait, higher satisfaction. In the evening, you walk along the Seine and the city feels impossibly beautiful, as if it's staging itself for you. And then a thought hits: when the city is always trying to delight you, it's also always trying to measure you. In 2040, Paris might still be romantic, but romance might come with analytics. The final vision of Paris 2040 is visually stunning: cleaner air, quieter streets, lights that glow like cinema, and culture that feels endlessly available. The city becomes a masterpiece of curation: traffic smoothed, tourism routed, museums and boutiques personalized, romance optimized. And for many people, it will feel like living inside the most beautiful version of Paris ever created. But the shadow is poetic and sharp. A curated life can start to feel like a life pre-written. When everything is recommended, improved, and refined, surprise becomes rare. And Paris has always been a city of surprise. So the real question isn't whether AI makes Paris perfect. It's whether perfection is the one thing that could finally break the spell. If Paris could make life smoother, better dates, better food, better culture, by predicting what you want before you ask, would you trade mystery for comfort? Comment mystery or efficiency, and tell me, what part of your life should never be optimized? This is Infinity AI TV, infinite stories, infinite imagination. Subscribe for more news.